Good day sa lahat. Ito po yung demo para sa Android app na Sorbical Planner. So basically, yung Sorbical Planner ay may 5 tabs dito sa baba. Ito yung projects, calendar, finance, map, at saka yung backup. Okay, so yung Sorbical Planner ay yung main purpose nito is to record all your projects, monitor all your finances, and make schedules. At also, pwede natin i-save natin yung may mga reference points tayo. Okay, so let me start by creating one project. So, ito example lang. For example, may survey ako ngayon. So, for example, for the project name, usually, yung project name ko is yung lot number. Lot, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tapos yung barangay or yung town. So, for example, Hilongos. Para alam ko na itong project is lot 1, 2, 3, 4 nasa Kadilongos. So yung client name lagay natin 1 De La Cruz. This is a sample project. So for telephone number 0956 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so yung lot number is 1, 2, 3, 4. Kasi mas talaga required yung lot number. Yung may asterisk na required yan na field kasi pwede mo i-search yan pag marami ka ng project. So, you can just search the lot number. So, for example, ito, Barangay Liberty Hilongos. Okay, at Leyte. Then, ano yung type ng survey? So, for example, may subdivision survey. So, for now, status, field work in progress muna. Kasi magsi-start muna tayo. At saka ito, later on, pwede mo siyang i-edit yung status. So, start date, siguro today. Siguro matatapos namin ito today. So, for example, yung amount, let's say, 20,000. Then, yung client natin nagda-down payment ng, let's say, 10,000. Okay? So, notes na, kung ano yung notes. So, lagi ko for approval. For approval. Okay, so, you can take picture sa resibo. Okay, so, for example, mag-take ako ng picture. So, I'll take the receipt picture. So, for example, yun yung resibo natin. Okay, so then pwede rin yung area or yung client natin para ma-remember natin sino yung client natin. So, I'll take a photo. So, lagyan na natin yung gitara yung kliyente natin. Okay. So, we can view the photo sa resibo. Then, yung isang photo. Okay, then we can capture also location para ma-plot natin sa map kung saan yung project natin. So, we'll capture the current location. So, ito yung coordinates. Then, we save. Kaya pag may mga expenses ka, i-add natin dito. So, later on, we can do the editing sa project. So, we can add that one later. So, we'll save. Now, nandoon na yung project natin. See, nandito yun sa recent project. So, for example, natapos na yung field work natin. Tapos, we can edit this project. Edit. So, for example, from status, from field work, then we will change this one for SR drafting. So, mag-prepare tayo ng survey returns. Then, for example, nag-a-add tayo ng expenses. So, for example, yung salary ng tao natin. Say, for example, 1,500 sa buong araw. Save. Then we can add another expenses. So for example, food. So let's say 500. Save. Then you can add also another expenses, maybe fuel. So let's say another 500. Save. Okay. Then we'll save. Or we can view in map. So para makita natin kung saan yung project natin. So here. Okay, so my location. So kita natin. So dito yung project natin. Pag i-click mo siya yung project, then view project details. So makikita mo siya dito yung ano yung detalye. Okay? So that's how you create your projects. So currently I have 10 projects. Kung nakita mo dito sa taas, 10 project maps. So may mga projects na ako sa month of August. So lahat ng nasa project database mo, so paglalaki yung project mo, marami ka ng project. So makikita mo yung dito kung anong mga projects na malapit sa iyo. So for example ito, so i-click ko yan, view project. So makikita ko yung mga previous project ko. Okay, so that's how you create the project. So we'll save. So for approval, so we'll add the notes kasi nag-edit tayo. So need, for example, need extra judicial partition. Okay, so for example, need tax deck. So pwede kang mag-add ng notes. Then we'll save. Okay, so yun yung pag-add ng project. So makikita mo dito may remain kasi yung total amount sa financial to 20,000 yung kinote mo, tapos nag down payment na ng 10,000. So may remaining balance pa siya 10,000. So we'll discuss that one more on the financial aspect. So but for now we'll go back to the main project. So dito yung lahat na mga project mo. So you can add here, or you can click tap up, add project sa taas, parehas lang. Okay, so that's how you add a project. Now next we'll go sa calendar. Ito yung calendar, ito yung add ka ng mga schedules. So currently ito yung schedules ko sa month of August. Yung iba hindi ko na encode kasi gagawa lang yung app. So for upcoming, ito yung mga schedules ko for the next 7 days. So how to add the schedules? Pwede din dito sa main page, you can add, click add, or you can click calendar, then may button ito na green button. Okay, so we'll try to add a schedule. So may tumawag sa akin for Friday, next Friday. So I'll say relocation. Say for example lot. Okay, lot. Ano ba yun? 3, 4, 5, 6 in Pintoyan. So okay, so client is Lina Montelia. Okay, client contact number. So you can type. This is just hypothetical kasi hindi ko natanong. Ay, transfer ko pa. So lot number is 3456. 3456. Then address. So Punod, Pintoyan, then Leyte. Okay, when? So sa next, okay, Leyte. Kailan po? Next Friday. So sa 22nd. Okay. So time. So lagyan natin 8:30. Okay, so ilang hours? So say 2 is 2 hours. Say for example, this one is boundary survey, then medium schedule, then reminder. So for example, you want mag-remind ka na 1 day before or 2 days before. So mas maganda 1 day before para hindi mo kalimutan na may survey ka doon bukas. Okay, then save that schedule. Okay, so pag click mo dito upcoming, makikita mo na ito yung nasa dulo. So it will remind you 1 day before. So magpa-pop up na notification sa phone mo. So for this month, ito yung schedule ko. So pag click ko dito sa Friday 22, so makikita mo itong schedule dito sa baba, yung naka-schedule. So pupunta pala ako ng Tacloban. May naka-schedule ako din. So anyway, I can cancel that Tacloban trip. Okay, so sa 21 kasi holiday wala. So sa 20 mayroon. So yan yung scheduling. Or you can say, you can look at this upcoming for the next 7 days. So ito yung schedules mo. Okay, so for this month, ito yung schedules. So that's how you schedule. Now for the finances, okay, so kita mo dito sa month of August. So ito yung kita. For example, ito yung expected kasi ito yung total na kinote mo. Yung total income is minus the expenses. And may utang din. Ito pala, expected, ito yung total na expected na income mo. Tapos yung outstanding, yung mga remaining balances. So yung total income mo, yung cash is 168. So isubtract mo ng expenses mo na 15,600. So yung net income mo, ito yung dapat on hand na pera mo. So for example, mag-a-add na expenses. Say, let's look at this 15,600. Mag-a-add tayo ng expenses na 400 para maging 16,000. Let's check if mababago ba. So we'll go back sa project natin. So ito ilong. So we'll add an expenses. We'll edit. We'll add an expenses. So siguro bumili ka ng supply, spray paint, so 400. Lagyan natin 400. Okay, save. And save. Then we'll check the finances. See, naging 16,000 na yung expenses po kasi nagdadagdag ka ng 4,000. So for example, see, it's outstanding. It's supposed to be collectible, but nagpo-full payment na yung survey mo. So we'll add payment. So we'll go here. So we'll check if yung outstanding is maging 24 na lang instead of 34. Then it will be added here 10,000. So it's 178. So we'll try. Silongos kasi they decided na mag full payment. So we go here. We'll go back. Then we add payment. Kasi, di ba, may remaining balance lang dito, 10,000. We'll add a payment. So, 10,000. Okay, so supposed to be magzi-zero na yan. Okay, so we'll mark this one, keep the status. So, nagig-zero na kasi wala na siyang balance. So, we'll go back to our finances. So, naging 24 na lang yung collectible mo. Tapos, nadadagdag na yung income mo dito. So, that's how helpful itong app na to keep track with your finances. So dito yung breakdown, yung income, yung subdivision survey for approval, 28%, tapos 39% yung area purposes lang, yung relocation 32%. So ito yung graph weekly basis. Pag monthly, pwede mo rin siyang i-check. Pag marami ka ng data, you can go yearly, go weekly, but for now we have only month of June, so wala pa rin tayong masyadong data dyan. You can also click this view detailed report. Okay, so kita mo yung detalye ng report. So here, kung marami ka ng project, so mahirapan kang i-track yung mga status ng project mo. Mag-charge mo na ako. Okay, so So for example, gusto mo makita na ano ba yung ah, mga projects. Kasi for example dito, marami ka namang project. So gusto mong i-track saan yung project na kailangan mong i-prepare yung mga survey return. So click dito, then for SR and drafting. So for project, so ito yung mga project na kailangan mong i-prepare. So for example, let's say just sinasubmit mo na to yung itong project na to yung ginawa natin. So we'll edit, then we'll change the status to submitted to DNR. So then we'll save. Okay, so now kita mo yung status na change na to submitted to DNR. Okay, so let us just say, let's go to my project. So let me say this one. Actually, this is a relocation survey, but I will change this just for demo to pending by DNR. So meaning I submitted this one and napipinding sa DNR. So save. Now, for example, kasi hindi ito nakikita dito pag marami ka ng project. So gusto ko lang makita kung saan, ano yung project na pending ng DNR. So I'll go here, pending by DNR. So ito, nakikita ko to na kailangan ko pala itong yung attention ko or i-follow up ko to or comply ko yung requirements. Okay, so saan ba yung mga projects na completed na? Ito na yung lahat. Saan ba yung mga projects na submitted to DNR? So yan, saan ba yung projects na for SR preparation lang? Ito lang. Then yung napending. So kitang-kita mo yung mga status. So di ba maganda yung, kasi minsan sa dami na natin sa busy natin, hindi na natin ma-monitor kung ano yung mga projects. So for example, pag tumawag yung client natin, ano yung status. So pwedeng search na lang natin. So for example, search ko dito yung lot number na 335. Ano yung status? So search, so kita ko dito lot 335 ng St. Bernard. So pag nakikita ko dito, sabihin ko sa kliyente ko, kailangan pala ng dito sa notes, kaya hindi na mapaprocess, although complete na yung fieldworks, pero hindi na mapaprocess kasi kailangan ng quit claim from Bisya sa Balo. Okay. So yun yung kagandahan pag ma-encode natin lahat ng project natin sa app. Okay, so we'll finish the project. We'll finish sa calendar. Then sa finances, na-explain ko na rin. Then dito sa map. Dito sa map, makikita mo yung lahat ng projects mo. So, for example, pag click ko yung my location. So, dito. So, makikita ko dito yung ano yung mga projects na malapit sa akin. So, for example, nag-survey ako dito. So, kita ko saan yung mga malapit na projects ko noon. So, ito pala, may project ako dyan. Ito pala. Ito. So, you can view. So, makikita mo yung mga projects na malapit sa iyo. Okay, so, nandito yung lahat ng projects. So, ang maganda din dito sa map is you can add a reference point. So kung kita mo dito sa taas, may 10 project ko, pero will I click the reference, so ito yung mga reference point na I recorded. Okay, so ano ba yung reference point? So pag may nakita akong BBM, BLLM, or mga old monuments, pwede ko siyang i-record, i-add. So ito, may mga 3 reference point ako dito na malapit sa akin kasi ito yung current location ko. So ano ba to? Pag click ko, ito palang BBM 14 na Barangay Liberty. So okay, pag gusto ko siyang puntahan, I can go to, then Google Maps will pop up, so alam mo kung saan. Okay, so for example, I'll go back to my app. close. So, ito, ano pa yung malapit dito? So, ito, ano to? Pag-click ko, old monument. Ito yung old cadastral monument. So, you can click also go to para mapuntahan mo. Okay, so, let's, okay. So, how to record? So, for example, may nakita akong old monument. So, puntahan ko, itapat ko lang yung phone ko. I'll click this add. So, it will show up here. So, lagay ako na, for example, old PS. Old PS. So, pwede ko itong gamitin later on as reference sa mga survey ko. So, corner monument. So, alam ko ito corner monument. So, I can save. Okay, so here, kung punta mo dito, makikita mo na to. So, click old PS. So, you can delete or close. So, can be used later on. And you can share this one with others. So, pwede mo siyang i-share. So, click to export as a text file or KML or KMG file. So, when you say text file, you can share, you can save sa phone mo, or you can email that one sa kaibigan mo. Okay? And one thing, for example dito, kung SurveyCalc user ka, so di ba sa SurveyCalc pwede tayong mag-export to KML or KMG. So pwede mong i-import dito yung KML at saka KMG to overlay. So for example, mayroon ako dito. Ito yung map. See? So ito yung KMG file na ginawa ko. So pwede mong i-import sa map. So kitang-kita mo kung ano yung location at saan ka or ano yung mga reference na pwede mong gamitin. Okay, so that's a map. And the last is you can back up. So, pwede mo siyang i-create yung backup. For example, mag-change ka ng phone. So, siguro yung phone natin, gamit na natin for 3 years. So, ang dami na natin projects. So, you can create a backup. Save that one locally. Okay, so then you can, when you have a new phone, pwede mo siyang i-copy and then i-use to restore. Then lahat pati pictures ng mga projects mo ay ma-restore. So I think that's it.